Hi guys, and welcome to the world of Izzy. This is video 10. So I'm not perfect about doing a video every single day for 365 days, but that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm just trying to put a video out pretty much every day. I might miss a day. Anyway, today's video is about George Floyd and the protesting and the whole situation. So first of all, I would just want to say that I am conservative, and I do like Donald Trump, and but that's not the point. The point of this video is to share my view on the situation, and come from it maybe perhaps at a little bit of a different angle. I like to look at things from a spiritual angle, instead of a political angle, usually. And to me, here's the way I want to look at this. I can choose to take a classic conservative stance and say, yes, George Floyd's death was terrible, and the cop that choked him should definitely be charged for murder, and perhaps the other, two or three cops that were there that were watching should be charged as well for, maybe accessory or whatever the charges, maybe, and protests need to be peaceful, and whoever's not being peaceful, whoever's doing looting, or whoever's beating up people in the streets, they need to be, they need to be arrested. They need to be put behind bars. We need the full force of the military or National Guard, and all those things are good and well, and I do agree with those things, to a large extent. I do want to say that I do feel for, for George Floyd, and for anybody that, to die like that is just horrible. For anybody to just be choking on the floor by somebody that is supposed to protect you, a cop, obviously, is just a horrible way to die. And so I want to say like this, instead of trying to call people out, I want to pray for all the people, obviously for the good people, the family of George Floyd, the peaceful protesters, the cops that are trying to keep the streets safe from the violent protesters. But I also want to pray for the protesters, the violent protesters, and the ones that are, causing havoc, and the ones that are looting, and the ones that are involved in violence. Because, they've lost their way. And, yes, what they're doing is wrong, but nobody's perfect. And I just want to say a little prayer for them, that they should, learn the right way, invite God into their hearts, and they should see the error of their ways, and they should change. And I want to pray as well for, the policemen who injure or, and kill people, whether it's from racism or barbarism, whatever it is, whatever it's from, whoever they do it to, especially these policemen that either did it out of bigotry or out of just senseless violence or whatever it was. Just that, that they come to understand the error of their ways, and that just the whole world basically, just turns back, towards God, and God's cool, We don't have to make God into some unknown entity, an unknown thing. God is just, love. And however you want to look at God, I just look at him. I just look at, an entity of pure love and pure giving, and that we should just emulate that giving spirit, and put that into one another. And with that, I just want to say that I'm just getting emotional here a little bit. Everybody be safe, and may everybody heal, and may everybody pray.